Hello, Longaberger family. Welcome back. And if you are new here, you are family as well. We're so excited that you're joining us. My name is Kristine Zell. I'm in for Rachel Longaberger tonight. I'm honored to be here. I am a stylist myself within the program, which I'll talk to you about. So I am thrilled to show you a brand new collection you have never seen before, the 1896 collection. We are going to give you the history as we bridge the past, the present, the future here tonight. If you are new, drop us a line. We'd love to make you feel extra welcome, tell you hello, let you know how this works. And if you are part of our Longaberger family already, we want to hear how you are using your baskets. What are some of your favorite uses? And we can get each other inspired here tonight. So I'm going to mention, again, if you are new, here is the best way that you're going to shop with us. Right here, right? Live. In this moment, you're going to see these icons of the products pop up. So as you're watching, you can shop. You're going to click that icon. It's going to take you to a link where you can add to your cart, and then make sure that you check out right after the show, because we have some exclusive offers that you do not want to miss that will be expiring at noon tomorrow, your time. So I want to make sure that you get those best offers. I'm going to tell you all about the amazing deals that go along with our brand new collection. We also have a really exciting giveaway. I'm not going to give away what the giveaway is, but you're going to get something really great if you stay tuned with us. So hopefully that entices you to stay along for the ride. I'm so excited to show you all that we have brand new here tonight. We also offer quad pay, so I'll talk about that along the way as well. But the great thing about Longaberger, in my opinion, is, of course, the history of Longaberger, the legendary brand that is. You know that you're buying quality products that last and last. I have some of my grandmother's baskets, which become heirloom treasures in our home. You pass them down, but you're also getting beautiful pieces, artwork for our home as well. So as a stylist, I love that I can be mom. I homeschool my kids. I have 2 children, and I can earn a commission. I can build a business from home. I'm earning 20% off the sales from my friends and my family, and those of you online as well. So it's a fantastic program. Now is the best time to sign up if you want to take advantage of building your own business within Longaberger. It's fantastic. So I just wanted to share that with you tonight as well. So speaking of the legendary brand that is Longaberger, we have a legendary stylist, and I am so honored to welcome in Barb Arnold. Barb is someone that is a name that we know. If you are new to Longaberger, I'm so excited to introduce you to her. She knows all about the history, and she's going to walk us through the 1896 collection that's brand new tonight, and some brand new pieces we're going to see added to the 1973 collection, and some favorites that are coming back that we've been waiting for. Barb is joining us from Florida. I know you're sometimes in Maine as well, but it's winter, so it's time to head down to Florida. Hi, Barb.
Hi, Christine. I'm really happy to be here. And, I'm so excited that we get to launch a brand new collection. That is always a special time in Longaberger world. So I'd love to talk a little bit about the inspiration behind this collection. Is that okay to start with?
I love that, because we're hearing 1896. It's Longaberger. We know there's history. So where should we begin?
Yes. So I know our audience really, they just want to know the office and want to see the products. But I think when you have a new launch, it's important to kind of take a few minutes and look back and see how 1896 came to be. So I'm going to just do a few minutes of that.
Yes.
So the US began largely as a rural nation. In the late 1800s, most people lived on farms or in little towns or villages, like the village of Dresden, Ohio. New machines were just being invented to help people with farms, but for the most part, during that time, it was horses, oxen, and people who provided the power that made those farms successful. So farmers were able to produce cash crops, sometimes to sell. They were remarkably self-sufficient, often making nearly everything required for their own families. Baskets were very much a part of this time. They were the means for gathering, carrying, storing, and even sharing their bounties. Perhaps it's that self-sufficiency that gives rural life a special place in the minds of Americans even today. So life in the late 1800s was hard. Many lived a hand-to-mouth existence, working long hours, often in harsh conditions. No electricity. Their life really evolved around the hours of daylight and the varied seasons. Cooking was an all-day event, and transportation, horses, buggy, or walking, actually no roads. So the Longabergers, like so many others during that time, often bartered for what they wanted. They traded maybe a basket for eggs, bread, or whatever the other family had to offer. So this is kind of the historic backdrop of the Longaberger story in total, but it's also part of the inspiration for the 1896 collection that unites the past with the present. With this collection, Longaberger has created products that represent the past and modern. They're old and modern all at the same time. So in 1896, Daddy John and, I gotta get the name right, Grandma Carrie moved to Dresden, Ohio, and basket making became part of their lives from then forward. So there's the Longaberger connection to 1896. Now I'm moving right along because 77 years later, 1973, their grandson, Dave Longaberger, founded the Longaberger Basket Company. So this is when the iconic Longaberger basket look was created, and it still commands a second look today. Many of you that have known Longaberger over the years, you know the iconic look. You can spot it a mile away. Mm-hmm. That look sometimes is referred to as traditional, some even say old-fashioned. But today's Longaberger honors and celebrates these iconic baskets, and they continue to make them with the same weaving structure as the ones from the past, and they can actually be found in the 1973 collection. But things have changed. In the past year, while celebrating the past, Longaberger has been moving forward. And they have noticed baskets you may have noticed baskets that have had wider upsplints, different styles, different colors, different weaving patterns. And then we've also had some very unique baskets, totally different. Here's a wonderful example. This is the Trug Basket that was introduced last year. It comes from the English Trug baskets, but if you notice, I mean, this wasn't even technically woven. It's like a masterpiece that is created. Very, very unique and very beautiful. And then, we even had a collaboration, or we still do, with the Norman Rockwell Foundation. There came another collection, actually, which had colors never seen before with Longaberger, because they were taking from the Norman Rockwell prints. But again, each of those baskets had something unique, had a change with them. Obviously the Norman Rockwell name, but also even this one, which is pretty simple, the handles were produced on the outside of the basket. So there have been a lot of changes. And then most recently, even a change in weaving materials, leather. We actually just recently had introduced genuine leather woven handbags. In fact, you can kind of see them up above.
Love.
So it's really exciting to see Longaberger embrace the tradition while providing modern options that are introducing a whole new audience to Longaberger. So it brings us to this moment. So we're here to this moment and the introduction of the 1896 collection. So the Longaberger family members, so there's 12 in Dave's family, the family members actually made baskets themselves. And the family members' baskets also had some distinct properties. They had open weave bottoms. So this miniature basket that I'm holding right here was actually woven by Rich Longaberger himself. So you will notice the open weave bottom. I'm fortunate to actually have 3 baskets by family members, and I've seen lots of others. This is kind of a trademark of the family baskets when the Longabergers make them themselves. You might also notice the color of this basket. It's baskets from the past, as they age, turn a beautiful dark brown, which we now call vintage.
Yes.
So the 1896 basket collection pays tribute to the past by utilizing open weave and the vintage stain, but boy, do we have a very distinctive twist added. So these baskets look old and they look modern at the same time. They have the features that make them uniquely Longaberger with a new design that's going to turn heads. So before I elaborate on the features and the uses, I know what everybody's waiting for. Let's hear tonight's offers, and Kristine, let's actually see the 1896 organizing baskets.
Well, I got to tell you, Barb, that was beautiful. I was hanging on to your every word. Thank you so much. I appreciate history, especially when we're purchasing maybe as a new customer, you know, the heritage behind this brand and really understanding why it is so quality and really has stood the test of time. Just beautiful. And to your point, we do have great offers for you tonight. So you're going to see 5 brand new baskets, 4 of them organizing, and then 1 serving as part of this brand new 1896 collection at an incredible value that will expire at noon tomorrow your time. So let's shop tonight as those icons pop up as we go through each basket. When you spend over $100 here tonight, you will save 10% again until noon Eastern your time tomorrow. When you spend $200 or more, you'll get 20% off. And when you spend $300 or more, you will get 30% off. So that includes the 5 baskets from our brand new 1896 collection. That also includes pottery from our 1973 collection, which we'll show you. And then also the coffee that maybe you've been waiting for to come back into stock, that is also included. And of course, with Longaberger, if you know our baskets, you know we love our protectors. The 5 corresponding protectors will also be included in this offer. So when you're adding to cart, that is what you'll be saving on here tonight. I just want to quickly touch on quad pay, because if you love to shop brand new collections like myself, we offer an interest-free payment plan, so you can split up your payments over 4 payments. So it's a really great way to really split up the prices. So first up, I'm going to start with, actually, I think I wanted to start with, let me grab the right one. I kind of moved my baskets around. We're going to actually just pop into the rectangle organizing basket. That's the one that I'm holding right here, Barb. This is our vintage wash, as you explained. I'm going to give you the dimensions on this one. $128 is going to be your price. It's 9 3/4 inches long, 6 inches wide, and then the height on this, or the depth, I guess you could say, is 3.5 inches high. So this is going to be really fantastic when it comes to many uses in the home. So Barb, I wanted to show that one. And then I'll just go through all of them, and then we'll go into as many uses. I'm just going to kind of work my way down here. Then we have our square organizing basket here. This is $98 at 8.5 inches long, 8 1/4 inches wide, and then the height, 7.5 inches high. All with that beautiful open weave, all with that vintage wash. And then, as I mentioned earlier, these are all going to be organizing baskets, with the exception of this is our serving basket. So, of course, you can use these however you want, but I just wanted to make that distinction. This is our 1 server. Long rectangle is $128. It is 19 inches long, so nice in its length. The width is 7 inches wide, and then the height there is going to be 2.5 inches. And then, ooh, it's a little teaser here. We've got some coffee. So I'm going to just kind of scooch that back and let Barb show this one. Our next basket, Barb, that I'm going to, this is our short rectangle organizing basket, $128. It's 14 1/4 inches in its length, 11 1/4 inches wide, and 4 inches high. Thank you, Barb. And then last but certainly not least, is our large rectangle organizing basket. That's $178 at 21 inches long, 14 1/4 inches wide, and 7 1/4 inches Hi. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I know we had to show you all the brand new baskets. They're all gorgeous. They all serve so many different purposes. You and I both, Barb, have our ideas going on how we're going to use them in the home, but I want to start with you and start with whatever basket you want to show us first and how you would use it.
That's great. Actually, what I want to take a minute to do is
Yes.
actually really show up close the features of these baskets, because
Yes.
I don't think just I can see you on my screen and
Yeah.
it just not doing it justice. Even a picture doesn't do it justice. So I'm going to try to be really specific about what makes these so amazing. So I always try to like start at the bottom. You learn a lot about a Longaberger basket by its bottom. So these, first of all, these are double splinted. So that means the pieces of wood that are forming the splints, the bottom and up the sides, there's two pieces of there together. And also the bottoms of these baskets, even though they're open weave, they're reinforced. So they have a reinforcement splint on each side of the bottom, both on the outside and again on the inside. And of course, the most important thing, I guess, about the bottom is the Longaberger name. You know, whenever you're purchasing a Longaberger basket, you want to make sure it's an authentic Longaberger basket. You want to see the Longaberger name on there. Then I actually, in getting ready for this, had a chat with Gary Longaberger. I was talking about the family and open weave baskets. He made some great points. He actually said the sturdiness of a basket comes from its bottom and those splits coming up from the bottom. So although this looks maybe fragile or dainty, these are very sturdy. There's nothing flimsy about them at all. And then, of course, they do have that top band, which we're used to seeing for Longaberger. And they also have what I call the trim splint, you know, the extra little splint around the top that's, you know, almost a decoration. But what I want to make sure that you see, which I think I'm going to hold this really up close, these are the actual weaving causing the openness are shoestring weaves. Little tiny, these are, from a distance, it looks like there's just a piece of weaving going around there. The weaving all along the basket is shoestring weaving. So tiny shoestring weaves start at the bottom, and then there's two, and then there's a space. There's two more, and then a space, two more, and then a space. This is very difficult to create because each one of those is, each row is independent. So they have to start that weaving process and end the weaving process. And if you notice, you don't see any pieces of weaving sticking out everywhere because they were sloppy when they did that. These are very difficult to make and very, very beautiful. And then it's a whole new mindset kind of thinking of these, because all of a sudden now we have beautiful baskets for storage. You can actually see what's inside. I mean, that is what really sets them apart. So, you know, when we talk about uses, I just kind of want to start by saying many people today really love the minimalistic look, very, very simple. So for them, this on a shelf by itself is all it takes.
I was
And
going
I
to say,
think,
Barb, for me, I have all of these built-ins in my home, which are lovely, but to be honest, they kind of stress me out. Like, what am I going to put in there, right? And I love to put my Longaberger baskets with other pieces. So, you know, I have the Holy Bible here. I could have pictures of my family, and it just becomes part of the artwork in the home, and you style around the baskets, right?
yes. So these are so beautiful and airy that you don't need to put anything in them. I mean, they literally are beautiful sitting on their own. However, I know Longaberger lovers like function. They just want to know they have options.
Yeah.
So I think the people, the minimalists, are going to freak out when you see what I do to these baskets, because I'm going to decorate them and fill them and put storage in them, mostly just to give options. But I don't want to, you know, forego the fact that I think they're made to be beautiful just like this all on their own. And then it took me a while, you know, when I first looked at it, I thought, wow. And then all of a sudden, the idea of being able to see what's inside the basket is somewhat of a game changer as we look forward. So what I'm going to do is take each of the 5 baskets and show you at least 2 uses for it.
I
And
love it. I'll be right there with you.
I may look a little clumsy because I kept coming up with more and more ideas, and I kind of have things scattered. So bear with me as I go through this. So I guess I'm going to start with the short rectangular basket. So
Okay.
it's tricky. So the 4 rectangular baskets all have rectangle organizing basket in their title, right? Just to clarify. So this one, which is called short, it's kind of the size of a 9 by 13 baking dish, just for a frame of reference. But this is called the short, and then this is called the square because it's not rectangle, right? And then
Right.
the one that is just rectangle is kind of the smallest of all of them.
Mhm.
And then of course you have the large. The large definitely stands out. So this is called the short rectangle. So let me I have notes, I'm sorry, so I don't forget things.
Oh, you're
First
good. And
of
my
all,
short rectangle is right behind me, and it's full of a surprise. So I'm not even going to show mine right now.
that's
I'll show
fine.
it to you a little later.
So when I look at this basket, first of all, my first thought is like a tray. And I've
Yeah.
actually seen a lot of pictures of current homes being decorated, even the minimalist, where they might have a table, they might have this on it, and they actually could have 2 or 3 things in it, like
Mm-hmm.
even a small plant, maybe a book, so it's really functioning as a corral to hold a few
Mm-hmm.
things. But I also, so I don't know if we mentioned, but these baskets all have a protector that you can purchase that's purchased separately. So they don't need a protector, but I
Right.
always think a protector multiplies the use. So certainly with a protector too, I mean, what a cute little, breakfast in bed,
Yeah.
a tray. This could be on a vanity in a bathroom for people who want to put both makeup or skincare products. Any room you go into, if you just take a look around your home, you're going to see things that you're saying, oh, it would be beautiful if that could be in something. And
Well, I
nothing
thought
more.
that too, Barb. I was thinking, I have a sister coming in from Minnesota who's staying with me. To your point, even putting it on the bed with rolled up towels, maybe some hand soap, I'm in Texas, so like a little Texas treat in there just to
Mhm.
welcome them into my home. I love that idea. I think that there's just so many beautiful uses for that.
So then, of course, um, if you wanted to dress it up, I'm all over Longaberger napkins, but I just wanted to
Yeah.
take this one basket really and just show. So I'm going to just drape a napkin in it, and all of a sudden, what a beautiful serving piece.
Beautiful. I love that.
So it doesn't really matter, it could have bread, a variety of things in here, but look
Mhm.
how cool this is. Do you
Yeah.
see? You can see the napkin through the sides too. And of course, the other thing the open weave allows, and I won't actually do it, but I could take a ribbon, which I have here, and put it through the open weave and actually tie a utensil. Maybe I'm taking a little casserole someplace. I could
Cute.
actually, we used to tie on handles, right? But now
Yes.
with this open weave, you can sneak a ribbon through there and attach the serving spoon or whatever you need to kind of complete that whole look as far as using this for something like that. It's so
I
simple to do.
That's adorable. I was thinking too, when you said napkins, Valentine's Day is coming up and then Easter, even changing out, like if you have something seasonal in there, that could be, if it is on your coffee table and your mainstay in your home, changing it seasonally. Oh, you're going to have so much fun decorating these baskets because to your point, you can see through the open weave. So that decoration really pops. And with that protector, even laying some fresh flowers instead of an upright vase, I was thinking too.
And of course, we can't neglect storage. So when I
No.
was looking around at things I have, talking about napkins, I didn't realize how obsessed I've become with the new Longaberger napkins, because they're made in the USA, beautiful cotton. This is filled with napkins. And you know what I like about it? Because I pulled quite a few for what I'm going to show you today. I mean, I actually can take one out and put it back in. I can actually see all of them. I have to admit, before I just had like this drawer of napkins that I have to thumb through. You can see some whenever there's a special sale on Longaberger or I get to use the customer rewards points, I'm
Mhm.
always looking for napkins. So you can't go wrong with storage. And this
I'm
is
totally
beautiful.
stealing that idea, Barb. I have so
Yeah,
many napkins that are just underneath the counter. I love that.
yeah. And, I'm kind of encouraging people to go for it, and use cloth napkins. For years, I have cloth napkins have been like when company comes, but, I've decided my husband and I are company, right?
Every day is a holiday. That's what I tell my kids. I mean, spaghetti and meatballs are kind of a mainstay around here, but you put it on a beautiful Longaberger serving platter and all of a sudden it's like, everyone feels special. And I just wanted to mention too, as we're showing that basket, the one that you're talking about right now is the short rectangle basket. The price on that is $128. So remember, if you spend $100 tonight, you're getting 10% off, 200, 20% off, 300, 30% off. But these are the 1896 baskets we're launching with the corresponding protectors, and then also some other goodies that we're going to show you along the way. Keep that in mind. You can shop using that icon, add to cart, but check out by noon your time tomorrow so you don't miss these deals. And then Barb, we just did this short rectangle organizing basket. Which one do you want to go to next?
So now I'm just doing one that's called the rectangle organizing basket. It's the smallest one we own, right?
As love this one.
This collection. So let me get my little props here. So first of all, I mean, looking at just the basics, regular old dinner napkins. Now, it would be pretty if I had colored ones, but I happen to have white. But, some people, they will fit in there. I folded them in half just the normal way. But if you had a group coming, or you were in charge of going somewhere and you had to bring the napkins, I mean, you can actually stack two side by side. So, I mean, that's what I love about Longaberger. You can take something so generic and uplift it. I mean, I often will think of myself like I'm really not a good cook, but I'm telling you, I use napkins. I use Longaberger.
I feel that to my soul.
It's like the best dinner they've ever had, right?
Totally. I used to catfish my husband before we were married. I would go over to the Olive Garden, buy some food and put it in the baskets, and he would think like I was the best cook. So it's all about presentation in my house.
It is.
Barb. Can I just give one quick idea as a young mama? Because if you're someone like me, so I'm always looking around the house. Okay, I don't know, you have that catch-all drawer where it's like you've got safety pins and pencils and it's like a nightmare when you open it. This is a little bit maybe tall for your drawer, but leave it out next to your computer in the office. Put the protector in there if you want. Pencils, pens. I was thinking about using this on my homeschool table, and then the kids can just grab like an eraser out of here. It's beautiful sitting out, and then the kids can kind of see what they need to grab. So that was one idea I had for this size.
That's perfect. This is probably one of my favorite sizes because it's small enough. Even if you have an end table, I mean, it's limitless all the places you're going to find for this cute little basket. So obviously now I tucked a green liner in this one with a couple of baguettes. But again, nice liner. You can actually cover it. I love the fact that you have that touch of green. You can actually see through the sides. So these have all the functions of what you would think of a typical Longaberger basket as an option, but totally have a great unique look. So I have one more for this. Actually, I'll just put it in the protector because that's how I dressed it up. But I also thought, what a beautiful piece if you were entertaining. So each of these napkins actually has the silverware, a place setting in it.
Barb, I have those napkins. I love those napkins. They're gorgeous.
They are. They're some of my favorites. And of course, Longaberger has flatware too, made by Liberty Company. It's the last company in the United States still producing flatware. So I actually have two complete sets, but this is such a beautiful idea because it takes away, if you have people who are just coming in and they're going to grab their silverware, they've got the napkin. I just tied it with actually just a piece of ribbon. And so I have enough for 4 people to take. Again, the smaller baskets have so many uses because you don't have to fill them with lots of things to look great. So that is the rectangle organizing basket.
Your ideas are so much more sophisticated than mine. I was even thinking my son has the little, what is it, Nintendo Switch majigger, putting all the games and the consoles, remotes. This would be the perfect size, like you said, on an end table with your remote controls. they would just fit. I should just go grab one. It would just fit perfect in here. So many uses. The price on this is $128. The rectangle organizing basket. Many ways to style. I'm going to put it right here on my shelf because I was going to mention one quick thing too, Barb. So as a stylist, something that I always say if I have a client is don't be afraid of negative space, right? So my shelves, I actually have 2 of these, and I'm going to spread out all of these baskets over 2 long shelves. So I don't like things to be too tight together. So the open weave brings that airiness, it brings that light modern feel, but also it's just a beautiful piece on its own. So use these just as is, and you're going to love these. Use the quad pay. Don't forget about our great deals that expire at noon tomorrow. And then next up, it looks like, Barb, you're going to move into, sorry.
I had one more idea. I just
Oh,
can't stop.
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay. I just snuck it in. And, I love your term, the negative space, that it's okay. You don't have to say, oh, there's an empty space there, I have to fill it, right? It's really the same concept with these baskets. You can look at the open weave kind of as negative space. So look at this. If you just had, this is still the same small basket, right? The rectangle. I just have it filled now with fruit. But what is so cool, especially if you are up close, you can actually see the fruit in the basket. I mean, how cute. I think if you're kids, you probably use those little oranges.
Oh yeah, the little nectar, no, the cuties.
Yeah, they are called cute. How cute. How cute would this be? Filled with those. And I mean, all the orange will show from the outside too. So really fresh fruit. And without the protector, lots of times there are things you do want to store or use a basket for where you want the air to be able to get in. You really, 100%. And it's good. So I didn't want to forgo the fruit idea for this one. Okay.
And I love that you said that about fruit because you don't want anything too tight. You need the air to get in there so they don't get moldy at the bottom. Beautiful idea. Which one next, Barb? It's like,
okay, so long. I was
the serving.
Yes, the long
serving. Yes, I love this one. Ooh, I have so many fun ideas for this one. How about you?
This, I was kind of shocked at how long it really is.
Long.
I don't know if I was thinking of our old bread basket, which would have been maybe 2/3 of this. This is gorgeous. So
it's 19 inches long, Barb. I didn't want to cut you off, but just to mention, if you're wondering, because I know I went through it quick at the top, 19 inches in length. So you're over 1.5 feet here.
Exactly. So, when I looked at this, first of all, let's just say its name is serving. So, you may, because if you're going to use it for serving, you may want to purchase the protector that goes in it. It multiplies the use as far as putting messy stuff or things like that in it. And then I also want to point out, if you're thinking of serving, this is the Longaberger small baking dish, which we haven't told you yet, but you can get this the special offer tonight too, because it's part of the 1973 pottery. But look at, so the small baking dish fits in this basket. Beautiful. You could actually have more than one in here. So, I mean, people, the Longaberger people get so creative. I mean, they would probably line this with 3 of these, and it could be taco night, and there's something different in each one. Or it could, if it's more sophisticated, you could use the protector, fill it with crushed ice, shrimp, have shrimp, and have the shrimp dip over on the side. I mean, there are so many ways you can use this for serving, really, because of its unique size and shape.
Oh, that is good. That is beautiful. And then because you're saving 10% off $100 automatically at $128, you're going to get this basket at 10% off. So that's fantastic. And then 20% off $200, 30% off $300. So if you want to add to your collection tonight, those deals expire at noon tomorrow, your time. Such a great idea. I love that you can fit the pottery in here. What else, Barb?
So I also, just because of the shape of this, I'm thinking coffee table, it's right there in the middle of your coffee table. It's pretty, right? It can be pretty, but it can be a catch-all. What do you have sitting on your coffee table right now? You probably have some coasters that can go in the side. You've probably got a couple of remotes. Maybe you've got a little book or two. I mean, it's the size of a lot of coffee tables, or a kitchen island right? You have
Yes.
that length, as far as looking at that size.
Put a
But the up,
candle
but
in here.
yes, well,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of candle, what really spoke to me, I was thinking of a centerpiece. If you were
Mm-hmm.
having company at your dining room table, oftentimes you want a centerpiece that isn't a mile high.
Yes.
So
But a
flowers.
mile
Now,
long for the
instead of a
long
mile
dining
high,
room.
yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But you can look at a simple basket. So this is just a bouquet of flowers. Actually, all the flowers you see me use today, of course, guess where they came from?
Longaberger.
Yes, they're all available on the Longaberger website, or some variation of them. So what I did with this for the centerpiece, I just have a little holder to prop this up. But of course, the candle, which is also
Beautiful.
Longaberger.
Longaberger.
Yeah, but I mean, it does not have to be. This looks like something Martha Stewart could actually do, right?
You
It doesn't have.
nailed
Originally, I thought, oh my gosh, I was thinking of different flowers. They could be nestled in here, but then I
it.
thought, I already had these. I just took them out of a vase, literally, and put a bow
Beautiful.
on them and laid them in here. I, for 100%, would set this in the center of the table, light the candle, have company come. It's very pretty, and it can work with things you already have in your home.
And I'm going to show you my idea later because I don't want any spoilers.
Yes,
Also, stick with us because not only are we going to keep showing you new, but we also have a giveaway that you do not want to miss. So make sure that you are here for that as well. All right, so that was the long rectangle serving. Again, 19 inches long, 7 inches in its width, and then the height is 2.5 inches. And then that is on quad pay. And you're saving 10% off that basket. All right, now we're gonna go to the big, what do they say, Mama Jama? Mama Jama?
yeah, large.
Yeah.
One other thing I want to point out, like when mine came, first of all, these splints are substantial, even though it looks delicate. I hope that every stylist who's watching makes a point to get at least one, if not two, of these this evening. When you see them, you're going to love them. Now, I will say, during shipping, sometimes these will shift a little. They're not going to move and shift or not. But I did on mine I think it's just my nature, but I did kind of go through and make sure like the two that are together. I did a little tweaking, and then they're beautiful right after that. But
that's what I love about it, Barb, is you know that they are handmade. You're supporting Made in America. No two baskets are alike. I think I might have, gotten really lucky, or I didn't even see it because honestly, I love that you're getting that true hand woven, one of a kind feel in these baskets.
yes, it's interesting. They don't have to be perfect, but
Right.
Longaberger likes them to be perfect,
Yeah.
and those of us who have them want them to be perfect. So this
Yeah.
you can make perfect. So okay, again, one of my first thoughts. I think it's because I don't really have grandbabies. I've even thinking of just adopting some from someone, right? But
you can have some of mine.
I wish I lived next door.
Oh,
But a baby changing station. I can think of actually a baby shower where maybe
love that.
the mom gets this basket, but all the guests bring things to fill it.
Oh,
But then
yes.
as a baby changing station, you can have everything you need. It can move from room to room, but also, grandma could have one at her house too.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you know what, Barb? After you use the baby changing station, in a couple years, they'll fill it with some toys. You know what I mean? It's got many
exactly.
uses. And then when they move out of the house, you say you can take your basket. It's your heirloom. You're welcome. I love that idea. So smart.
So they'll store lots of things in that large basket. I mean, they're same thing. People will have certain clothes items they'll store. There are people who organize their closets with storage baskets. So, one of the things I do love things that are handmade, and one of those actually is quilts. And I've been fortunate enough to actually get some. These are called lap quilts, actually. But I just want to point out. So those are 3 lap quilts. So they're small, right? They're made to just kind of go over your lap, or you would call them like a throw. I just rolled them up. But I tell you, it's so pretty. I mean, if you had even more, you could stand them up. So the same concept actually works for like even towels in a bathroom or in a guest room. Depending on how many you want to put out, you can lay them down, you can stand them up. But the cool thing is, and I don't know if you can see it there, I mean,
Yes.
I can see the colors through the
Mhm.
sides.
I
It's just,
love that.
again, something that simple, but this is just practical. To be honest, I had these stacked in a closet. I mean,
I love that idea. Yes, like the linen
I
closet, but that's beautiful with the quilts because you can see the color in there. And gosh, you're giving me
yes.
so many great ideas. I was thinking about, just organizing the games for game night because we love game night in our house. So stacking sari and checkers, and I have organized our games, and I can just bring the basket into the room where we're playing games, sit down. It's endless. My brain this morning, Barb, when I was thinking, was just, I'm going to put it in the linen closet, in the pantry. You know how you have those goods when you do the big bulk run? I love to keep even the pantry organized. You can
Ah,
slide it under the bottom shelf there in the pantry. The large rectangle organizing basket, just to remind you, is 21 inches long, 15 1/4 inches wide, and 7 1/4 inches high. So many uses. And something that I love about this too is it really is because of that open weave, easy to grab. You can kind of get your fingers on in there. And I found that it was just really easy, even for styling here. And I'm going to give you my favorite use coming up a little bit later. I know I keep saying I
mhm.
have some surprises coming up, but
I know.
saving my ideas to show you a little bit later on. The price is $178. So use that 10% off that expires at noon your time tomorrow. And then, of course, 20% off $200 if you're adding to cart, and 30% off $300. So great offers. They are exclusive here in this live that expire noon your time tomorrow. Use that quad pay if you're adding up some of these baskets. And we have one more basket to show you. I also think that large one, because I've been trying to find a place to put all my clothes. My closet's kind of tiny. When I'm not wearing my summer clothes right now, putting my shorts and t-shirts in a couple of those baskets and just sliding it under the bed, you know?
It's true. Even people who have putting away wool, they want it to breathe. This is that one is so versatile. People are really going to enjoy its use. I
Yeah.
know this this one. Again, we've only had these a little over a day, but I'll tell you,
Yeah.
this one I kept looking at. This is the one that I think made me fall in love with the whole collection, because all of a sudden I got it, right? I understood, like, maybe the negative space, but I thought, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, you can actually see through this. This is opening up a whole new possibility. So this one in particular. So first, these probably aren't going to, actually, it's not going to show up at all, I don't think. So if you have the lights, string lights, and in the evening, put them in one of these baskets. Can you imagine how they're going to twinkle through the basket? Same thing, if you have one of those flameless candles, two or three of them in here, and they kind of like you'll see them through the weaves of the basket. I also love the idea for grandma of a picture of children
Mm.
actually nestled in here. Then you could put in the protector. And so you're seeing the children through the sides of the basket.
Oh,
We used to take pictures and put them in the bottom, but how cool is it that the children are peeking out the sides of one of these baskets?
I
But the
love.
same, but the same thing with this, um, showing it with obviously a fabric. So again, I'm just taking a napkin. It doesn't have to be Longaberger, but things are always better with Longaberger, obviously.
Yes.
So here's the square basket. Here's the protector. Watch. I'm simply going to push this in.
Oh, you're good, Barb. You're good. This is why you're Barb Arnold, our favorite stylist. This is so
Now,
fun.
but yeah, but take a look.
Love that.
So it's interesting. I mean, I the chunkiness of this basket is so cool. But
Yeah.
for people who love to decorate and love to fill, you could have this seasonally, and
Yes.
the color. We used
Mm.
to always love Longaberger liners, but if you think back, a Longaberger liner of the past only showed around the top of the basket, right? Which was great. This, if you want to put a fabric piece in, you are seeing it throughout the entire basket, and it's just so much fun. if I really took my time and wanted to play with it, I could have this, drape over the edge. So some will actually like that look or tuck them in. And
Beautiful.
you don't even have to have something in here. It can just be you need that splash of color somewhere
Yeah.
that you're using it. It is so
Like our
cool.
floral napkins for Easter. Ooh, put some tall
Yes,
breadsticks in here and give the
perfect.
table some height. Oh, you're going to have so much fun with this. And someone just like myself who appreciates the artwork of Longaberger, don't feel like all the time you have to use it. So sometimes what I do, Barb, is have it on display in my home. And then when the party happens, or I have girlfriends over, or I feel like I need to organize a little bit, then I'll pop in the protector. I always like to have them on hand because I find myself kind of shifting my baskets around the home. I don't know if you find that to be true too, but one minute it's a piece of art, the next minute, oh, I need you and I'm going to grab you for the party. So I never put them away. I just kind of rotate them around the house. The
Hmm.
square organizing basket is $98. You have that quad pay, so take advantage of that. 8.5 inches in its length, 8.25 inches in its width. So it's about the size dimensionally, same height and width, and then 7.5 inches high. So this is going to be one of the lowest prices for you in terms of baskets if you just want to dip your toe in. I know you have some more ideas, but I just wanted you to understand the dimensions as I went through those quickly at the top.
That's perfect. I appreciate it. So my last idea for this one, actually, plants. Now, first of all,
Yes.
what a beautiful basket to hold a beautiful large plant. So if you were doing a live plant, right, you would want the protector because the protector allows you to water the plant. You don't have to worry about water seeping out on your carpet, your table, or doing any damage. But so obviously I have, I love this. So more Longaberger flowers. Longaberger has a beautiful whole section on their website of botanicals.
Mm.
And same thing, over time I collected. So look how pretty this is. I think I'm trying to encourage spring, right? But
I know
it's
we have a
great.
winter storm here. I'm like,
Okay.
goodbye. It happened
Yes.
last week.
I also, there is a glass insert into a small centerpiece. You could actually have a glass vase in here, and some people love to have the stems show of the flowers. So obviously, you can see the vase through the basket. Same
Mhm.
thing. I could have kept the liner in, right, and then added the flowers, and
Mhm.
just a totally different look. It's what I love about these baskets is how they can morph, right? You can have simplicity,
Mhm.
eh, you know you can have function, you can have beauty. So I really look at these 5 baskets. When I first saw them, I actually just saw a picture at first. I thought, oh, I don't know how sure I am about this, but I have to tell you, when I got them in my hands, and it kind of, you have to embrace the change. I really fell in love with them. So these baskets do, um, really, again, celebrate the history with the open weave, the vintage color. So that is the trademark of the 1896, is this open concept and the vintage color. So all 1896 baskets going forward are going to have those features. So, I look at these airy storage baskets, and actually, found this quote that I loved. I wish I was the one who
Oh,
wrote this, but well, it's not really a quote. Someone else said this about airy baskets. These airy storage baskets bring organization and organic charm to your
mm,
living areas. The open weave creates a look that's as timeless
mhm.
as it is on trend.
I
I
love that, Barb. And it's so true. You showed so many beautiful uses, but then on their own, the 1896 collection is just stunning pieces of art in your home. And it really transcends style, whether you're transitional, traditional, so many uses. And if you are thinking about gifting, maybe a mother, a sister, a best friend, you can give that with confidence, knowing it's Longaberger, which is heirloom quality, made in America, hand woven, but also that it's going to go into their decor. I know that we showed you a lot because we had those 5 brand new baskets from the 1896 collection tonight. So remember, you can buy now, you can pay later with that quad pay. Really flexible payment schedule for you, allows you to complete your purchase right now, right here in our live, and then split up that payment over the 4 interest-free installments. So that's one way that I love to shop, and I tell my clients as a stylist, use that quad pay. And then tonight, because we have the great deals of the 10% off, the 20, the 30, goes up in $100 increments. So take advantage of that. It expires at noon your time tomorrow. I know I keep saying that, but just want to make sure that you don't forget to check out. Those little icons pop up, you click that, and then you add it to your cart. And I hear a little clinking. Before we get to the next item, I want to show you, or I want to ask you rather, how would you use this collection in your home? We want to hear from you, so drop a line in the chat because it's all about this conversation. Barb, myself, you, we want to hang out with you tonight and hear what you are loving, how you're going to use your baskets, what you're buying. So make sure you drop us a line to how you're going to use this collection and incorporate it with baskets like I have that already are existing in your home. All right, so I heard a little ching ching.
I was trying to be quiet. I was trying to be quiet.
No, I love it. It's perfect because what it is it's a brand new mug collection that we have been waiting for from the 1973 pottery collection. The mugs are here, and you have a choice of a set of 2 or a set of 4. Your set of 2 is $80, and then your set of 4 is going to be $150. So let me quickly show you the colors, and then we'll go into 1973. I have the smoke, which is that beautiful gray. And thank you, Barb. I know you're showing it there too. The mint, which is kind of like shabby chic. I have a friend from Colorado, and she uses this color as an accent in her kitchen, and it is so cool. I love it. And then also the ivory. Love that ivory. So choose your color, set of 2 or set of 4. They're going to be all that corresponding color. Don't forget, the pricing is going to be set of 2 for $80 or set of 4 for $150, and save with those deals tonight. So Barb, we're going to go into the 1973 collection. I'm just going to display my mugs up here in my long serving basket because that was one of my ideas. I'm building a coffee bar with you here tonight. So as I do some styling, Barb, can you tell us about the 1973 pottery collection?
So again, 1973 is the year that Dave Longaberger founded the Longaberger Company. So we do have the iconic baskets that you all know and love, kind of paying tribute to that year. So is this line of pottery. These mugs are awesome. They're 12 ounces, the size. They're beautiful on their own. I love the handle. You know, the handle is easy to grasp hold of. I love they're round, you know, and it just feels good to, you know, to even just hold and use. And so this has been sort of the missing piece to our pottery collection. So Longaberger 1973 pottery, first of all, it's made in the USA, which is it's made in Ohio. So that is number one in a lot of people's minds, that we actually have pottery made in the USA. Mm-hmm. And it's vitrified. So it's not, vitrified means oven safe, freezer safe, microwave safe, dishwasher safe. So this pottery, you know, really can do it all. So the mugs have been the piece that we've been waiting for to kind of pull it all together. And I have to, you know, even this mint color. So obviously the smoke is a beautiful shade of gray. And then the linen is just this softest shade. It really does look like linen, right? Yeah. And mint. So when mint was the last color introduced. And I have to say, when I first saw mint, you know, I'm thinking, oh, I don't need mint, right? I got a lot of pottery. I'm not going to need that, right? So then what I ended up doing is I thought, oh, well, you know, you can always use these size plates. So they call them salad dessert plates. Yes. But you can also, some people would refer to them as bread plates. They can hold a sandwich. So what I ended up doing for myself is I got 4 of these plates. I love the idea. So they go beautifully with the other colors. So they really, Yeah, look how pretty that is with the
I
smoke.
love that. I would mix and match for me the ivory with my Horizon of Hope pink plates. So
Hmm.
don't feel like everything has to coordinate perfectly, or even if you have the caramel color, you could use the ivory. I love that pop of that mint. It's so pretty. And that is what I love to do with my pottery. Add some of the botanicals from Longaberger in. That's beautiful, Barb.
Hmm. So this is called the Fancy Vase. So the piece that we didn't really elaborate on today, not just the mugs, all of the Longaberger 1973 pottery collection is included in tonight's offer. All of that collection. So you have the 5 organizing baskets, you have all, and the protectors that you can purchase with those organizing baskets, and you have all of the 1973 pottery pieces. So all of them, if you order from that grouping and hit the $100, $200, $300 mark, you're going to earn those great discounts on that purchase. I do love the Fancy Vase, and I do these. I love with a little bit of botanicals in it.
Do you know what I did with my Fancy Vase last week, Barb? I made sangria for a girlfriend.
Oh
And
my!
it was so fun. I mean, this is actually always on my mantle, right here, always with the greenery. And then I love to use it as a gravy boat or serve it. Serve up some sangria. Ooh, that's pretty.
And you had talked earlier about loving that handmade look. That is the other thing about this pottery. Oh, there you go. I think I'm holding it up so you can actually see like the ridges in it. You can tell that there's a hand touch to all of these pottery pieces. It really stands apart. This is not some dish that you can find in a regular store. This is the large serving bowl, but
That's
it's
beautiful.
really
So
beautiful.
shop the full collection on our website. But right now here, we are showing you brand new a set of 2 or 4 mugs in the smoke in my hand, the mint, or that beautiful linen color, which is gorgeous. The size on these, 3 3/4 inches in diameter and height. I know Barbie mentioned they're 12 ounces, but a little tip that you're going to find on the website that I highlighted that I think is really cool. Fill your mug with hot tap water. Warm the mug before using to keep your hot coffee or whatever you're doing hotter a little longer, because I love my coffee and my tea extra hot. So I found that to be a fun little tip. And I'm going to build a little coffee bar. And as we go along, Barb, let's talk about the coffee because we have the mugs.
Oh,
So we got to go into the coffee, right? Or, oh, I'm sorry. Did
yes.
you have anything else on the
No,
mugs?
no. I actually forgot about the coffee. I've been so excited about the other pieces. So,
I
yes.
know.
So, Longaberger coffee, actually, Goringosa coffee, which
Yes.
was introduced a while back. It has been gone for a while because of supply issues of being able to get it. This is really this is just not any coffee. One, it's great
No.
coffee. I mean, people who love coffee are all over this, right? But
Love.
it's coffee with a cause. So first of all, Goringosa, Goringosa, that's Mozambique, South Africa. But this is coffee that has changed the lives
Mhm.
of hundreds and hundreds of people, villages there. So there are. Do you want me to go right in and just talk about it all? Were
Oh
you
my
wanting to
goodness.
introduce
Sure. Do
each
you
one?
mind if I just quickly
Go
tell
ahead.
you, in case you're ready to shop, you might be like, wait, what are you holding out on? What flavors are in the bunch?
Got it.
So
I think
first
so.
up, we have Elephants Never Forget. And that's speaking to me because this week I'm teaching my daughter in homeschool about elephants and how they never forget. We did a whole project on it. So it was kind of fun to tell her about the coffee. And I actually watched a video with her and described the cause that this is helping that we'll go into detail with. This I'm actually going to do, Barb, lightest to darkest and then end on a decaf, because if you're
Perfect.
like someone who wants their light roast, you're going to want Elephants Never Forget. Or if you're someone who loves, listen to this, you guys, pineapple, star fruit. These flavors combined with dark sugars are just bright and playful, and it's like a party in your mouth. This is so good. Now that's our light roast. And then we also have a medium roast, this pink bag. This is called Girls Run the World, which is so fun. I love that. This is going to be a bold blend of, think, milk chocolate. Yum. If you love those hints of milk chocolate, you're going to get that with toasted almonds and even a little bit of lemon in here to brighten up the rich flavors. So, so good. All of this originates in Africa. They're each a 12-ounce bag, and they are all ground coffee. And then we have Speak for the Trees. This, by the way, I'm showing these to you. They all come in a trio. So if you choose light, medium, this Speak for the Trees is a dark roast. You're going to get 3 bags, which is fantastic because you're going to want more of where that came from. It's so good. So this is going to be, I love clove and cinnamon. So if you're someone who cooks or bakes with a lot of clove and cinnamon, you're going to love this one. And it's going to be mixed with that dark chocolate. This is full body. It's bold. It's a little bit smoky, super, super yummy. So that is our dark roast. By the way, you're getting that trio of the flavor of your choice at $49. So it's about $16 a bag. But this, as Barb mentioned, is not just any coffee, and you're supporting a great cause, and it's like the best coffee ever. So it's worth it. Then this one is going to be our decaf. So if you're someone who can't do a lot of caffeine, but you love the taste of coffee, or for me, Barb, at the end of the night, if it's a dinner party and I want to serve coffee, I have always decaf on hand. Or maybe you're pregnant, right, and you're looking for a decaf coffee. This is Girls Run the World. So that corresponds to our medium roast. It also is available in this decaf blend. So this is going to have that tart lemon mixed with that sweet toffee. This one's really vibrant, super, super yummy. So any bag that you choose comes in a 3-pack, $49. Add to cart. You're going to save. We have quad pay. So I just want to remind you, 10% off $100, 20% off $200, and 30% off $300 when you shop tonight. But those offers will expire at noon your time tomorrow. But the story really, Barb, you've just been weaving in the story so beautifully. And I just want to say thank you, because from the 1896 collection to the 1973 collection to now the coffee with Longaberger, there's always a story. And for me, it also really justifies my spending, because I told my husband, I'm like, I want to redeem how I'm spending my money, right? I don't want to just buy things to buy things. I want it to be intentional. I want it to make me feel good about where my money's going. And then also, these pieces are heirloom quality. But even with the coffee, like, my favorite part of the day, I go to bed, I can't wait to wake up and have my cup of coffee. It's just my favorite part of the day. So if I can get a great bag of coffee that supports a great cause, I'm in. So what's the cause?
These causes are incredible. So it really, I'll just take one at a time. So my favorite cause actually is Girls Run the World. I think that's because I was a teacher, so I kind of have that, warms my heart. First of all, 100% of the profit from the sale of these coffees go to these causes. So it's not a fraction. 100%. And it's more than the cause. I mean, you have got whole villages of people who have been taught how to grow coffee, harvest coffee. So Girls Run the World. So this one keeps a girl from that area in school for one day. So you might be thinking, oh, well, school for one day. Keep in mind, we're talking boarding school. So you purchase one bag of this coffee. It pays that gives them a school scholarship, including tuition, room and board, books, clothes, and transportation. This is a big deal. These young, especially girls in that area, do not necessarily get to go to school after a certain age. So this is life-changing for these young girls, giving them an opportunity to gather an education, even go on to college at some point. And I might point out, the original connection between Longaberger and this coffee was Tammy Longaberger. Tammy over the years has done a lot of trips actually to Africa and other places, working with underprivileged women. And she is the one who kind of discovered this whole project and brought the information to Longaberger. So let's go on to Elephants Never Forget. So Elephants Never Forget, 100% of the profit goes to fund forest rangers in the Gorongosa National Park. The Gorongosa National Park at one point was practically desecrated by poachers. You all know poachers, elephants, they want the husks, right? So
Mhm.
over the years, you've probably heard stories of that. This, you purchase one bag of this. This pays for a day of a forest ranger to go to work in that forest. So it's not just his wages, right? It's everything about and everything he needs, all the equipment he needs, so that, and their whole focus of this is anti-poaching. So it is saving the elephants here, so to speak. And
Barb, I'm
then
just going to
go ahead.
mention, as we go into the last one, something that I enjoy is when I'm having my coffee, reading the back of the bag and even on the side of the bag, and reminding yourself when you're enjoying not only the really beautiful and fun and deep flavors of this coffee, you are reminded who you're supporting. And to be honest, this is just my own personal belief, but I always just say a little prayer for that person that is receiving help from these bags, and just taking a moment and remembering. For me, it always reminds me how blessed I am, and how my mom used to always say, if you're blessed, you have to be a blessing. That's your responsibility. And this is one way to bless yourself because of the flavor and bless someone else on another side of the world. So I just wanted to point that out before I forgot, that I love reading these stories and just taking a moment in the morning and pausing, because some mornings start hard, but we are blessed, and just kind of refocusing and reframing the mindset of your day is something that I enjoy when I'm drinking this coffee.
That is a beautiful thought. I'm going to have to start doing that myself.
Hey, it's easier said than done, but I leave the bag out, and I'm going to show you how I built my little coffee bar, and they're just pretty. So they're bright centerpiece to my coffee bar.
So the last one, Speak for the Trees. 100% of the profit for this actually funds a tree being planted in Mount Gorongosa. That is helping to restore, it's actually considered one of the most biodiverse rainforests on Earth. And this is helping to support that. So these are really great causes. Now, I don't have the information you do on this, Kristine, but originally these came in whole beans or ground. So I just want to make sure if people are ordering it to look, in case there is that choice, you don't want to order the wrong, whether they want whole beans or ground. But again, you probably have the more accurate information, and maybe when it came back after being out of stock, it just came back in ground. So, but it is great. And so what better to introduce actually new Longaberger mugs and Gorongosa coffee back in stock. I mean, it's a winning combination.
Okay, I'm going to do my best not to spill anything, because, oh, I did it. I know. All right. So what I did in our largest basket, this beautiful, brand new 1896 collection, is I built a little coffee bar, Barb. So as I mentioned, I actually have a coffee station. I have a counter devoted to a regular coffee maker. This is crazy. Keurig, French press, and I have a latte machine. I don't know. I love coffee. It's kind of my love language. So I have all the contraptions. So if you're going to ask me what my favorite way to make coffee is, it's hard to describe, but I would just leave this out. Have my coffees in the large basket, my 1973 pottery, and create a mobile coffee station too. So when I have Bible study or friends over for a cup of coffee, I can just pick up this, maybe put the French press in the middle carefully, and just bring it on over to the counter where the ladies are sitting, or the dining room table, and everyone can kind of choose their flavor, choose their coffee mug, because coffee brings us together, us ladies. So I just wanted to show you my little coffee bar that I was going to build, and something that I'm going to keep out. What did you make there, Barb?
Well, I was thinking of the smallest basket, the rectangular storage solution basket. It would make a beautiful gift basket, actually. Even a wedding gift, the bride and groom, we each get a new mug. Because I did tuck a napkin in it, but you really don't have to. You could wrap it in, cellophane with a pretty bow, and you've really got an amazing gift basket. But I have to say, one of these mugs would make an incredible gift. I
Yeah.
mean, think of someone going off to college. They have one for this is sturdy. This is not going to, crack or break at the least thing. So someone going off to college, or someone's getting a new job, they can get their own cup for their new job. The note will make the difference. Also, grandma,
Yeah.
Maybe it's tea. So maybe you're going to put some tea bags in that for her. But
Or
I
as
do
a
think,
former teacher, wouldn't it be cute to put like a little gift card in here to go treat yourself to a coffee, and then they have the money
awesome.
after the gift card's gone.
Yes. So I love the idea of a gift basket. You can't go wrong with any of these things. Um,
How do you take your coffee, Barb? Do you have a favorite? Like, I always
well,
drop a line too, by the way, in the chat. How do you take your coffee? How do you love to make it in the morning? What speaks to you, or mid-afternoon? What do you do, Barb?
so I'm very, I like, I do have a Keurig, but I actually have the little container where I can put my own coffee in. And I'm one who doesn't want anything messing up my coffee. I don't
Yeah.
want any flavors. I don't want anything. I just want coffee, and that's kind of my favorite. So I guess I'm just kind of basic.
Well, as someone who loves coffee, and that's how I was raised, like always on black coffee, don't you love the flavors of this coffee? I mean, if you're someone who is a purist and you just want to taste amazing coffee, you're going to love it. Maybe you add a little cream. So good. I'm sometimes in the morning when I'm really busy, I'll even add a little protein powder and mix it all up and make it like my breakfast. Or on a Saturday morning, my husband loves to make us a latte. So it kind of changes throughout the week. So we have all of our 1896 baskets, our brand new mugs from the 1973 collection. The copy is back. If you have been waiting, here it is, our Gorangoza coffee. We're so excited to have that for you. And I just want to remind you of the offer here. So Barb, before I go into the quad pay and the percentage off as a final reminder, let's talk a little bit about the Stylist Program, because you mentioned something, we were chatting before and you said now's the perfect time. And I agree, because I know I shared my story. I jumped in when I left my full-time job and chose to not keep working in corporate America and staying home with the kids. I felt this sense of I've always contributed to the family. How am I going to still make money? And then I found out about Longaberger and the Stylist Program and getting those commission checks in the email, whether you cash, it's just so much fun how you can really build a sense of business while doing your everyday life. And for me, that's with the kids. And I know for you, you're back and forth between two states. So to be locked in, that would not be good. So it's great to have a mobile business as a stylist.
It is, and this new platform, Longaberger used to be a party plan where we would have a lot of baskets, fill up our trunk, go to someone's home. We're all online now. We've really come into the latest century. So you can run your entire business from your phone, your iPad, from a laptop, and it's never been easier. As a stylist, you do earn 20% of all the sales generated through your website. So even if you're a customer and you say, gee, I'd like to get 20% off all the time, everything I buy, you're welcome to come on board. It's never been easier. To sign up, go to your stylist's website, and at the top of her page, it will say, join my team. And literally in 5 minutes, you can have it done. But there's another little bonus here. If you do it soon, contact your stylist. She can give you a special code so that it will be free. It's normally $49 for a year, which is a bargain. There's no other fees. There's no other costs. There's no website fees. But you can actually even do it free by contacting your stylist and getting that special code that you can use at checkout. I hope you've seen how much fun we've had. I think we probably went a little longer than a lot of people might have
We
liked.
could have kept going though, Barb. I know we could
I
have.
know. Absolutely. So we have fun. It's a fun group. It can be something you can do totally on your own. You don't have to have contact with anybody if you don't want to. Or you can become part of a fun team that kind of gathers, again, usually via Zoom or something like that. And 18 to 90, everybody can do it and have fun. And we hope you join us.
Thank you for sharing that, Barb. And thank you for sharing your knowledge of the brand and the history. You're just such a wealth of knowledge. And I was so honored when they were like, can you hang out with Barb Arnold on Monday night? I was like, oh yeah, are you kidding me? I've been waiting to meet Barb. So I am so excited that I had the chance to meet you this way and in this space. And just want to remind you that we also have the quad pay. So as you're shopping, the mugs, the coffee, the brand new baskets, what that means is, I want to break this down just a little bit for you. You get to check out with your credit card here tonight, and you have 4 interest-free payments. So you buy now and pay over time, making it easier. But we also have those great discounts for you. 10% off $100, 20% off $200, 30% off $300, and that includes our brand new 1896 collection, the 4 organizing baskets, the 1 serving basket. So all 5 of those baskets and the corresponding protector is included in the discount, along with all of the 1973 pottery collection, which is amazing, including the brand new mugs. And then, of course, the coffee, I always feel like I'm going to say this wrong, Barb. The
Goringosa.
I think I did it.
You did. Great job.
So we did it. And I also, at the very top, I told you that we had a giveaway. And I was blown away, Barb, when I heard what we were giving away. Because if you've never tried Longaberger jewelry, I always feel really fancy when I wear it. And it's so wearable every day. I'm wearing my basket weave hoops. I don't know if you noticed. But we're giving away, drum roll please, stud basket weave earrings on a post and clutch. They're stunning. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love these. And we're gonna give away a jewelry basket so you can also organize your jewelry in there as well. And I know that basket has a proper name. Barb, do you remember?
Woven with Love.
Love that. Basket. That's perfect. Right around Valentine's Day too. So that's a great gift.
I know, it was.
Barb, we have the winner.
I know. So let me just back up one little thing.
Okay.
One, I want to thank you also, Kristine. You know, I love the fact, I mean, we're kind of, you're the younger generation, I'm the older generation. You know, I think we complemented each other well. It was refreshing for me to have, you know, someone to work with like you. And I have to tell you, the one line you said that I chuckled when you were talking about caffeine coffee. You said, if you happen to be pregnant, whatever. And I get thinking, oh, that's not a line I would ever use, right? I mean, I'm so far beyond thinking that way. And I thought that is really precious. And here's the other thing. I also saw on the screen, the winner's name came up. I'm hoping you're going to let me announce it. You know why? Because it's someone I know.
Oh, please do the honors. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll do the drum roll, Barb, and then you say it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hold on. I got to set down my beautiful pottery. All right.
The giveaway winner is Paula B. from Westerville, Ohio.
Yay, Paula!
Yes, that is awesome.
Wait, how do you know Paula? From just styling over the years?
Yes, she is a Longaberger stylist and a great one too, and a wonderful person. She actually does Horizon of Hope events each year. She's raised like $120,000 for breast cancer research. So deserving. So, I mean, it's kind of fun. It's rare that I actually know a person whose name pops up. Just so you know, we don't have any input into that. The winner comes from the company, and the name just came on the bottom of our screen. So.
That is so cool. Like everyone that RSVPs is entered to win, and it's so random. So how cool is that? Congratulations, Paula B. Barb, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be with you. I want to remind you too, all the offers, you guys, they expire at noon your time tomorrow. So let's check out to take advantage of those discounts. Use that quad pay. And I know a lot of you are like, where's Rachel? I miss Rachel. We all miss seeing Rachel this month. So I will tell you, you can see her next month, March 7th. We're going to have an amazing Easter special that you will not want to miss. So please join us a month from now. Mark your calendars here tonight. Pop back online to see us then and all the new goodies we will have coming at you for our Easter holiday. And enjoy this brand new 1896 collection in your home. I hope we inspired you with uses and maybe just designing your home. And of course, the new mugs and coffee that's back. Thank you, Barb.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Have a great night, guys. We will see you next time. Happy shopping.
Yes.